Back at you with another one, folks. It's Goji time once again. And this one I'm going to really enjoy doing for you guys. I'll tell you what, because I feel a certain way about this figure. And I can't wait to share some of this with you, man. So this is going to be a good one. Buckle up. And let's get this sucker out. Let's get the crinkle of the plastic on film because I love the way that sounds. Shout out to God's Box. Yeah. Anybody know what this is, baby? This is the Bandai Movie Monster Series. Godzilla 1974. The Mecha Goji suit. And what a nice picture on the front of this here. Super, super nice. I love the colors, where it's just a black and white with a little bit of green on the bottom here. You're going to get the dorsal plate silhouette on the back. And we're going to get a nice white silhouette of the figure on the inside of Godzilla. And, wow, straight away this is looking very, very nice. Before I get into this, let me just sleeve up this card here, and then we'll talk about this guy. Okay, so now that we got that beautiful card sleeved up and protected, we can get into talking about this figure. And let me just say, you may have heard me say it before, but this figure here is perfection in vinyl form. This is Bandai's finest hour, in my opinion, as far as their vinyl is concerned. This is a 5-star figure. It's a must-own. I'm going to say it right now. Whoever doesn't like it, they can kick rocks. If you're a collector and you don't have this figure in your collection, you're not a real Godzilla figure collector in my eyes. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of the definitive Godzilla figures to own. Period. Okay? Now, this is the 2024 edition, as you can see here on the card. So, it's a little bit different than previous versions where we've got just a straight up white on the toenails and fingernails. And overall, it seems to be a little lighter in color than it used to be, where it may have been a little darker. We're gonna contrast and compare because I have two of these 74, so I'm gonna bring the other one out, which is basically like a $400 figure, I believe, right now. I have to check prices on that, but I've seen them in the past anywhere from $200 to $500. So, this is a new release, so it's cheaper. Get your hands on it while you can. And what can I say about this figure? It's great in every possible way you could think of. The paint job, it's a simple and basic design, okay? When there's no flash going on here. This is just raw and basic, good vinyl. Simple and basic. Less is more. And this mold, the look of this Godzilla is absolutely nailed by Bandai. This is about as screen accurate as you could possibly get for the 74. I mean, it looks like it's just straight off the film, Now, so this is the Mecha Goji suit. This is from the movie Godzilla vs. Mecha Godzilla, which is one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time. You had the 73, the 74, and the 75 suits all look fairly similar. I think this is the best looking one out of the three, the changes that they made to it. From the 73, which is the Mega Goji, that was Godzilla versus Megalon, to arrive at this guy, to me, with just the right choices. This is a rough and tough and menacing Godzilla. You know what I mean? This Godzilla is a serious problem for anybody that, he's stepping to, or anybody that pisses him off. This is one of, if not the strongest iterations of Godzilla on screen. You know what I mean? Just like this Godzilla was super powerful, man. Super powerful. This Godzilla basically found a way to make himself a magnet. You know what I mean? To be able to defeat Mechagodzilla. He was being charged up by lightning to turn himself into a magnet on top of having the atomic breath. This Godzilla has shown to lift and toss other monsters like it was nothing, basically. He's shown to pick up and toss things at a 200,000, I think it's like 2,000 tons. 2,000 tons, basically. So this Godzilla is a badass. This Godzilla knew how to fight. This Godzilla knows how to box. This is an athletic Godzilla that would probably, let's see, maybe the most athletic version of Godzilla up to that point. You know what I mean? One of the most athletic Godzillas of all time, really. This is a Godzilla who will scrap, man. He will scrap with you, quick, fast, in a hurry, And so, yeah, this is my favorite Godzilla design of all time. I think that they just nailed it. You know what I mean? I love this Godzilla. This is, where my mind goes to when I hear Godzilla. This Godzilla here was an important part of my childhood. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla was a big film for me as a kid, And so it was actually, quite surprising to me as a kid, because it was kind of like the first time you really see somebody give Godzilla a good fight, you know what I mean? But it wasn't enough to take him out. And, that's why I say he's so strong. He's got really no problem fighting other kaiju, you know what I mean? And the 75 version, is taken out basically, two kaiju, Mechagodzilla and Titanosaurus, But this is the 74, and this is just great, you know what I mean? The paint job is just classic. It's a really nice. We're gonna put it to the test to see if the old one is darker, but this is a darker looking Godzilla, which I'm always about that. It was the darkest suit out of those three movies, out of the 73, 74, and 75. This was basically the darkest looking one, and a nice simple silver paint job on the dorsal plates that goes almost to the tip of the tail. There's two undone, but maybe that's screen accurate. It might be. I don't know. But as far as the face sculpt, unreal, man. Just fantastic. Look how well that's done. How well done the brows are, the eyes are, the nose is, the mouth, the shape of the mouth, the inside of the mouth is looking really nice. The teeth are painted nice. The tongue is nice. You really just can't go wrong. All the way Godzilla's skin is just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everything. It's everything. And you get a nice card, Everything about this figure is amazing. This is one of the finest pieces of vinyl Godzilla vinyl figures being sold out there, in my opinion. That's just the bottom line. It's just so nice. What can you say about it? It's a classic look and feel, classic, in my opinion, the best design of the whole Showa era, right here, So, and so let's do a couple little poses, show you what he could do. Okay, we're going to get him into a nice walking or running pose right here, and You would frequently see Godzilla doing this in the movies. You see him running in the movies. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, to be able to do that, that's just copying how he actually looked in the film, chugging after people. You know, in all three films basically, he could run. He would run. So it's nice to be able to put him in a running pose like that and recreate what he actually could do. Okay, so now we could get him into a very nice, expressive tail off the ground pose. Look at that. That looks awesome, man. And you can see articulation here is arms, legs, and head. The tail is glue sealed. Of course, you could probably break that if you wanted to move the tail. Do I suggest breaking glue seals on Bandai vinyl? Nah. You know what I mean? But it can be done. But this is enough, man. You pose them on the shelf however you want. This is a beautiful pose, too. Look at that. So you could, you move the arms up and down, legs move up slightly. It's going to take some time to actually balance it in a tail off the ground pose because the tail on this one is slightly heavy, But you can make the head turn to the side like that right there, and it looks really cool, man. You could basically give him a couple nice action poses like this here too, Turn his head to the side, whatever. Move his legs, raise his arms up and down, and you've got several different looks to him. You know what I mean? You're not getting a ton of articulation, but that's not what this figure is about. You're still able to pose him in several cool poses, okay? But this figure is about the look, the sculpt, the screen accuracy, the fine quality of this sculpt. And screen accuracy was just as, to me, this is just one of the most screen accurate Godzilla figures I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It just captures the look of the 1974 Mecha Goji suit like no other. Fantastic, man. Now we got a different style tail off the ground pose, and wow. Man, is that powerful, man? That is such a powerful image, bro. Look at that. Damn, man. I don't know if I've ever seen a figure look more terrifying. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at that. Imagine this Godzilla running at you. He looks pissed. You know what I'm saying, man? I love that. I don't know. I imagine... people definitely respect this suit because it's Godzilla fans like this movie. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they, in turn, have a soft spot for this suit. So, and, while it's posed here, okay, and this is such a beautiful piece of vinyl, I just want to take a moment to speak to Bandai. Please give us an SH Monster Arts Mecha Goji. Can we please have an SHM 1974? Like, god damn, I've been waiting for it for years. Watch, like, it's at the point where it's like shame on you guys for not releasing it yet. I want my SH Monster Arts Mecha Goji. Come on, Bandai. Damn, man. I've seen a lot of people asking for this suit. A lot of people asking why SH Monster Arts didn't make a 74 yet. Let's go, guys. I mean, what the hell? This is one of the best Godzilla suits of all time. How is it not an SH Monster Arts of this? I mean, damn. Look at that. This is such a beautiful suit design, a beautiful figure. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's because this figure's so great, they don't know if they could top it with even with the SH Monster Arts. But come on, I know you guys can. Give us a 74, please. Yeah, this is just, look at that, man. So nice. Excellent figure, what can I say? One of the best ever. Show it to you with the hands up. The hands can do a 360, but just note when you get to this part, pull them out a little bit so that the nails don't brush up against the side of the body and you get a messed up paint job. So just take note of that, If you do bring them back, when you get them to this point, just bring it out. And yeah, if you do that, it won't wreck your paint job. Look at that, man. Look at that. Look at the beautiful. I love the lighter gray on his chest like that. You do get some lighter gray at the kneecaps as well. And the paint on the, the white paint on the fingernails and toenails are really nice. Okay, so now just to compare them with the 2003 74. Yeah, and I was right. It's much darker. You know what I mean? This is a lighter gray, the new one, and it's a lighter gray on his chest as well. And the nails on this one, fingernails and toenails, are gray. You got a little bit of that gray brushing on his head. Where here, the top of his head is fairly the same color as the rest of them. So yeah, you could see that. It's just a darker figure all around. When I was a kid, believe it or not, whenever this first came out, so I had this figure, man, like in, I think 78, 79, 77 maybe. And I wish that I still had the figure. Well, not really. I mean, I was in the hospital sharing a room with a kid who had cancer at the time, who really liked the figure, and my mother suggested that I give it to him. And I didn't quite fully understand that as a child, but as I grow older now, I do. It was a nice thing to do for somebody who, was likely going to die. So I gave him my Godzilla toy. And I don't know how many thousands that would be worth right now, but anyway, whatever. I have two of them now. And, this guy, I think I paid $200 for that. So, I just love this figure so much. This one was about 40 something. So, and this is the 2024. This is 2003. This has a beautiful card as well. This is what the original card looked like back in the 70s too. And so this is very nice that they actually gave us a completely different, brand new card for the new one, with a different picture on it that looks really cool. But this is how they compare. I would say, and if you maybe looking at it here, you can't tell, but in person, this one's head is cocked a little more to the side. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, there might be some more detail in this one's legs. Or it's either the paint job that just makes it pop more, because this just has a faint light gray on the kneecaps. This one is more prominent where you can see that darker gray there. Awesome. Two beautiful figures. Okay, so now we're just going to show you the 73, 74, and 75 from Bandai. The 73 and 75 just came out last year, right? So they're 2023 cards. And then they followed with the 74. So this was really nice. We waited for this for a while. I love this closed mouth 73. Brilliant. I mean, all three of these figures are just brilliant, but it was very nice to get the 73. And then the 75 is really, really nice as well. So, looking at these, this is the Megaro Goji suit, right? Godzilla versus Megalon. Mecha Goji suit, Mecha Gyakushu Goji suit. So, and I've said this in another video too, but the way these three Bandai figures are painted conveys the movie that they were from. That's on top of the differences in the look, which you could look and see. There's a difference in the faces. This has more of a froggy face. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they, they opened up the nose a little bit here. They made the eyes a little more menacing on this one. And here you get a nice mix of both. You know what I'm saying? The 75 is a tough looking Godzilla. But this one here is like a light gray with a creamish, almost bronze-ish color. Creamish on the chest, bronze on the nails. You know, to like a darker gray black. You know what I'm saying? Which is, because this one is darker gray. So this was the 74 was the darkest one out of them. And then to a green and a lighter green on this one that really conveys the, terror of Mechagodzilla 75. So, and yeah, you can see the differences in all of their faces. You know what I mean? And I think that, this guy is the top choice out of these three. Okay, now I just want to show you how it compares to the other 74s that I own. And these are all the 74s that I own. There's not very many, So it's like anytime I could try to get my hands on a 74, I usually do. And there's definitely the bear one, the green bear. There's definitely a bunch of 74s out there. Maybe I love the X Plus 74s. That I'll get along the way and review them. But so yeah, so we have this here little guy is the Gashapon, Godzilla 1974. Really, really cool little figure. You can see there. Excellent, extremely screen accurate. And then we have the two Super 7s. The glow-in-the-dark and the charged-up version. And I just reviewed that charged-up version, so make sure you check it out. I also did a review for that guy. And then we have the 2003 74, the 2024 74 from Bandai. And then this here is the Diamond Select Godzilla 1974 Bank. Diamond Select Bank. And so those are my guys right now, man, and I can't wait to add to this collection. And, of course, I just want to show you how he looks with the 1974 Mechagodzilla. And this is the Bandai Creation 74 Mecha G. And that just looks great, man. What a great movie. I might have to watch this movie tonight. I love it so much. If whoever hasn't seen Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from 1974, please go watch that right now. It's such an awesome movie. Yeah, and these look great together. All right, folks, so I'm going to wrap it up. You know what I mean? Do I recommend this? Psh, of course. You know what I mean? This is the holy grail of Bandai vinyl. This is the Money Mayweather of Godzilla vinyl, bro. You know what I mean? You better get this in your collection or I ain't going to look at you the same. You know what I mean? Don't talk to me about figures if you don't have this in your collection. That's it. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Whoever doesn't have this, you should feel like a low-down piece of trash. I'm just kidding, guys, man. Awesome figure. Go out and get you some Mecha Goji. And I will be back at you with another one shortly. I have three more figures in my hand right now. So I'm going to be filming that-ish right now. Anyway, like the goddamn video. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. And subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back at you soon. Peace.